Muntata for more million jama wala li wota coronavirus musasa sotoringonsi andung amala ni mukeleti wala ni musuleti amal sibo nyoto mo wili jama fata findu banko kan wala li sasa soto andung ay fale coronavirus man jaral soto bari fanan akibar dima munti ay pengu soto le
Vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. They all get vaccinated.
Millions of people around the world don't get this vaccine here. Coronavirus not something we do. It not sabi race, it not sabi gender, it not sabi tribe. It don't kill thousands of Africans around the world because it not been get cure. But the good news now, it don't get vaccine. Coronavirus not all man in business. So tell you people the way you like. On a member say, we all not safe. Till we all learn safe.
Guliji yimbeka hore lady woni ko yettindu pikiri coronavirus. Coronavirus non ko gonga anda bale anda dane anda paykun anda mawdo. Wari Africans be burika hore lady sabu non ala lekki. Kono kibaruji welde di woni ndu hebi haray pikiro.
Bayna fo nyetti o vaccine. Ko kala yoreno tetindi labi ko dum lon ko fewno coronavirus no wodi onya wono ano sanangole no tatay coronavirus
Bukan waringe si million sa jupae kungangar ama pikireti coronavirus. Coronavirus kwa kaka sumut kanu manje bajuta nyine, bajuta nifa, bajuta nine, bajuta stek. Kaka kasumut kanu manje bukana tuku gore. Badne baj ke bari sumu yene tere gudi kasumut kati coronavirus. Tate ten menya ji baj pikireti yang kone vaccine yen manje anosan awurna pur mana janga yo bangola tanka fanga fa kasumut kati COVID-19.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to another edition of the Showbiz in Focus, powered by the Gambia Talents TV. I am your host Kalilu Banja, and tonight I will be joined by two very important personalities in the entertainment and music industry of the Gambia. As we identify stakeholders' involvement and contribution in the lucrative sector, we will continue to discuss, to promote, and also to preserve the cultural heritage of the Gambia, and having different people from different parts of the world to join us in this discussion. And tonight, I would like to welcome again the rap Khalifa, Mohawk, as you all know him, all the way in the UK, and also a brother and a friend, MLBI. MLBI is the son of the guitarist who was part of the Ifam Bondis, Usman BI. So we will also have MLBI on this very important program. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gambia Talent TV.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, Carl, for the invitation. We really appreciate it, and thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot once again, brother. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here and yeah, to be part of this great platform. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, ML. ML, I think Mohawk, You know, when I was posting about the program, I was saying that we will be inviting you again to this family discussion, because you've been here almost like, I think this is the third time, if I can remember.
Yeah.
So this is the first time for Mr. BI. Mr. BI, tell us something about you, because your biography seems to be a little bit rich with regards to what you are doing. I think you are working on an album. If I'm not mistaken, I think you've already launched an EP, or you are about to launch an EP. So we will get that information from you. And also a little bio about you, because we saw that your father is Usman BI of the great Ifam Bondi. Can you tell us something about that? And maybe probably to know if you are playing the guitar.
Yeah, I started playing the guitar a little bit. Still trying to catch up a little bit. Yeah, basically, Lamin BI, that's my name, fully, and the son of Usman BI. I'm the only son, and yeah, trying to do what makes me happy. That's music. As we all know, it's already in my genes. So haven't seen my father did so many great things in the music industry. I'm trying to follow that footstep, and yeah, it's
So
going
here
well
you
for
are.
me.
Here you
Yeah,
are with us. But if I can, if I can recall, you were saying that you are the only son of your dad.
yeah,
You're
I'm
the
the
only
oldest.
son. Wow,
Yeah,
great,
of course,
brilliant.
I do have a sister at home, and yeah, I'm the
Okay.
eldest son, and I have one sister with him. Yeah.
Okay, you are true in number. Thank you so much. I think we knew about your father through Ifam Bundi, and sometimes Uncle Badu Job is also writing some stuffs, very nice stuffs about your dad, and we are grateful for that. So now we go to Mahop, Rap Khalifa. You know, he's an elder in the industry, and he is the CEO and the chief executive officer of the Block Entertainment multimedia company. So Mahop, yeah, welcome to your program, I will say.
Yeah, this is my program, man. Yeah, Carl, man, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me again. Thanks for the great platform and the great initiative, and thanks to all the GTTV staff and powers and everybody. I'm really grateful to be here again. Yeah. My name is Mohawk. I'm a music producer and an artist, and also a label executive, and then also the CEO of Block TV. Yeah, just down to earth person, what I mean, a rapper, a family man, very
Exactly.
creative person. Yeah, that's me. The list goes on.
Exactly. You know
Yeah.
what I like about that introduction, because I mean, the movement of the body, it just shows clearly that we are talking to a rapper.
Yeah.
Because
The body
yeah,
language. The body language right there.
as you are talking, you are rapping, and
Yeah.
I like that. So Mahop, I don't want to delve into politics this time. We're going to talk strictly about music. Maybe at the end of this program, we will have the opportunity to talk about the developments taking place in the music sector of the Gambia. But here you are with a brother who is also doing very great in the music sector. He was just 2 months in the Gambia. And the past 2 months, I realized that he was in the Gambia to network with the people who are back home. So I think we could be able to get some information from him with regards to what is happening in our country, and what we also know from other people and from the reports that we are getting every day with regards to what is happening within the industry. And that is the reason I have to combine two of you together, so that we can talk as a family. So take us through the journey. You as a record label owner, what are some of the things that you try to put in place to be able to exploit, the music industry of the Gambia, to exploit artists and then to be able to produce that quality that you think will be able to serve the country and also even the wider world with regards to music?
Well, I think if I wanna talk about that, it's gonna take a long time. Like maybe it's gonna take the whole program. But
Mm-hmm.
everything in a nutshell is from what I've experienced during the past years and since like 20 something years in the music industry, and what I've also experienced in the international industry here. I think those are the kind of things that I want to implement in the Gambia to have the same standard
Okay.
when it comes to recording, standard when it comes to stage performance, standard when it comes to production, standard when it comes to singing, even rapping. Everything has to be standardized to meet the international level. That's my own aim and my goal, and that's what I've been working on since I started the Block Entertainment in 2009. Yeah.
Very important, and I think you have break that down very well for us to understand
Yeah,
standards with regards to production,
which is
standards
very
with
important.
regards to professionalism
Yeah.
in the sector, with regards to composition, with regards to singing, with regards to production. And so, did you go about that when you make your establishment in the Gambia?
Yeah. I started it when I had like these artists like Jelly Madi,
Mm-hmm.
Big Fa,
Mm-hmm.
Gizo, all the other artists, Sophia, and you name them, just
Mm-hmm.
to put that standard in them so that next thing is gonna be to reach international level. And alhamdulillah, everything is going fine, with them, and those are the goals that we've been looking into them, so and much more, some other artists as well coming in. We also have some other artists that we're working with on the ground, and ready to push out there. And also myself as an artist and as a
Mm-hmm.
producer, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. Also, I'm also putting that standard to myself as well, because
Okay.
I've during the process, during the journey, I've I've released two albums as solo
Mm-hmm.
albums. Rap Khalifa, my first album, I named it
Mm-hmm.
after myself, and
Mm-hmm.
then Knowledge, that's an EP I dropped,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and those are the projects that I have released during those times. So,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully, and there's another one coming in probably 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were telling us artists like Jalimadi, Big Fa, um, Ojilo, if I could remember.
Yeah,
So these are
Ojilo,
Ojilo,
J-Bell,
Gabriel, uh-huh. So
all
these
of
are some
them.
of the artists that you produced before.
Yeah.
And how's the relationship now? Are they still working with your label, or they
No, no,
are
no. No. We're
managing
not
themselves?
working with them anymore because some of them, like, they've passed their the contract limit has gone, has expired. They understand.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have dropped their mixtapes, so most of them have moved on. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
and right now
So
we working with,
their contract
yeah,
their contracts are finished. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Good. Nice. Nice to know that. So we go back to ML. ML. Um, what kind of music and motivates you to be like a dancehall artist? Because here you are. Your father is one of the greatest guitarist players out of the smiling coast of West Africa, Gambia, and here you are playing in reggae music or dancehall music. What is the inspiration?
Well, basically, I would say I started going into the music industry as a DJ, as a mobile DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was a DJ, I think I've played so much reggae music and dancehall music in my performances, I mean clubs and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I had this connection, of course, with the reggae vibes at
Mm-hmm.
some point. But growing up as a kid, I think I've made myself familiar with different genres, from our own Afro Manding to Mbalak and so on. And rap music, of course, I used to listen to it when I was a small boy. Um, I would say now as a singer, when I do my singing, I try to 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 make it wide, not to say, okay, I'm a dancehall artist or I'm a hip hop artist. I'm someone, I'm motivated by the instrument. When I hear the beat and I'm motivated in it, I just drop anything that comes in my head. So I think
Okay.
the dancehall side and the reggae side, I see myself more comfortable on that part of it. I think one of the reasons why I do more of dancehall songs, and of course Afro music too. These are the parts that I'm really really comfortable on, and I don't really listen to what people tell me to do or whatsoever. I listen to myself, where I'm comfortable at, and to make sure that this is the part I can communicate with people more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
And are you inspired by playing the instrument also? Because if I could hear you, you said you can play the guitar.
Yeah, I'm inspired, of course. I mean, being the son of a guitarist, I think I will have
Exactly.
I will have to tackle that question all the time. Do you play a guitar? So I put it upon myself to make sure that, of course, I still have a lot to catch up. But yeah, surely I'll be there.
Okay. Okay, that is good. And you were also talking about an EP that you released some time ago. When
Yeah,
was that?
yeah, that was like 2 months ago. I just released my EP,
Mm-hmm.
and it consists of 7 tracks, and
Oh.
all songs are being produced by G Life Music in Gambia. Of course, the
Mm-hmm.
recording and the composing is all done by myself here,
Mm-hmm.
and the production is all done in Gambia.
Okay. So the production was done in the Gambia. So the inspiration was in Germany and the production was done in the Gambia. So
Genau, yeah.
amazing, amazing, amazing. So you pass all the top, music production companies here, and then you have to fly to the Gambia to record your album in the Gambia. Why?
Well,
Why?
I
Why?
just
Why that?
I just feel like of course I have a connection with other producers back in Germany, and but I feel like the kind of genre I do, for me, I don't know, but I feel like we do it better back at home. I mean, of course, the facilities is all here, but the knowledge, it's amazing back home. So I feel like what I wanted to do, how I wanted my music to sound,
Mm-hmm.
I can only have that back at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
that's
I
that's
can.
that's that's the same thing that applies to me too sometimes, because like don't get me wrong, like he said,
Mm-hmm.
you can get all the facilities you want here, like all the big studios, all the proper recording and stuff. But sometimes like when it comes to the environment, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it matters a lot, because like for example, in Europe, like when it's too cold and rainy and dark and on, sometimes you feel like kind of low, depressed. For me, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? So when
Mm-hmm.
I'm at back home, it's
Mm-hmm.
sunshine, it's noise everywhere. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
sweat. This hot. I mean, I get that inspiration. I get that motivation. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
always in the studio. I have people walking with me around me, so I
Mm-hmm.
kind of relate to what he's saying. You know what I mean? Because back home you can do a lot. That's
Exactly.
why
I
for me,
and I
for
can
me
also.
personally, for me
Mm-hmm.
personally, my
Mm-hmm.
next EP or my next project, I want to go strictly Gambia and do everything there. I can come down here and just do the mixing and mastering and stuff, but the
Mm-hmm.
recording is all over, all is gonna be over there.
Okay. Okay, I think I agree with both of you. I can also relate to that because there was a band that I was managing some time ago as the local manager. I used to call myself. It's a 12-man band in Switzerland. So, but whenever they come to Gambia, the lead vocalist, who is also the lead kora player, King Kora, he will also say that he need to fuse our Gambian instrumental players with those European instrumental players, even though they are multinational, because he said their hearing of our traditional song, like the Manding song, is a little bit limited, even though they are professional musicians. So
This
you
thing.
need, yeah, you need a Gambian local instrumental player to just give him some little techniques about to be at that pro level. It's easier for them to play with him than a European, So I can relate to what you are saying. So sometimes the inspiration comes from home. So you
Yeah.
have to eat the benachin, the domoda, and the, the
And
cherry.
the
So you
attire,
can,
you know,
Wow. Mhm. Yeah,
and what again, Maho?
the attire.
And the attire also, yeah, for the bifiles, yeah.
Yeah.
For the bifiles, yeah, with the attire also, that can give them the inspiration. I can relate. Mahop, like
Yes, sir.
we are at a stage, and this
Mhm.
question will go to both of you. We are at a stage whereby a lot of people will tell you that our industry is growing based I don't know what are the indicators, whether the indicators are basically the production level, or the indicator is because of the amount of people we are receiving in our concerts and events. I don't know, but I want both of you to educate me on that. Do you think something is happening?
Yeah. Personally, what's growing in the industry is the type of production that we having right now. I think it is getting better compared
Mm-hmm.
to those days. You know what I mean? And because nowadays, like every corner you go in Gambia, they got some kind of a studio. So that really helps a lot. And also, the internet is also helping a lot because they seeing what's going on out there, and they want to do the same thing in back home in Gambia. So for
Mm-hmm.
me personally, like production level is growing up a bit. It's going
Mm-hmm.
up really good. Yeah. The attendance for us is more like, the younger age. You know what I mean? Like it's more attending for us. Our fans. Most of our fans are either married or travel to Europe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for us in that category, it's kind of like difficult to understand, but still, we're gonna have to grab these fans and grab our fans as well. The younger and our generations, our
Mm-hmm.
generation as well. Yeah. Well, for me personally, I think the production level is growing up, and as a whole, the Grammy music is stepping up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. And for you, MLK, what is your view?
MLB, MLB.
MLB,
MLB.
MLB, MLK, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther,
Ah,
this hunger
Yeah,
century then they close so much. So
yeah,
MLB, Mr. BI, I will say Mr. BI. So MLB, what do you think? What is your view with
yeah.
regards to?
I was just gonna say the same thing that just my brother mom just said that the production level. I feel like okay, I've not been in the music industry for too long,
mhm.
but
Mm-hmm,
I've been listening to Gambian music for so long. I mean, since back days. I mean, since Mohawks and Jamono, I mean,
mm-hmm,
I was a Gambian music fan ever since, and I think production wise, we
mm-hmm,
have make one step ahead, and
mm-hmm,
but it doesn't change the fact that we still have a lot to do when it comes to production because come ninko knowledge do doy.
mm-hmm,
We there's a lot that we need to do to make sure that our production is getting outside there
mm-hmm,
when we compare ourselves with the outside world.
mm-hmm.
Building hal nañoo des si gannaaw tuuti. So I think we still have a lot to do when it comes to production, and that for me, my own opinion, that goes down to our musicians back at home to make sure that we encourage musicians to be able to give us that live performance. How much hell now? But I always say this is something
Yeah.
that we are lacking. You
Yeah.
know,
That's true. That's
I've
true.
heard
Yeah,
I feel we have nowadays in the generation we have more of studio artists than performing
they're
artists.
performing artists. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, brother MLB. Just to add on that, I think it's very important for musicians, for our artists to be focusing more on the live show, live performances, because it's very important, because it's not just like uh doing playbacks and miming and stuff, because at the end of the day, some people just want to hear what you sing. They want
Yeah.
to hear real live music, and which is very important, and it's something
Exactly.
that we need to really focus on properly, especially like the musicians in Gambia and then the artists themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about people who have the perception that because of the global overtone with regards to the way people make music and the digital platforms that are available for someone to be able to perform your music and get your music sold, it is no more a kind of a necessity for you to be with a 12-man band or a 10-man band to be able to perform to people. And looking into the consideration of the impact of COVID-19, and we don't know yet how long we will be able to do away with this terrible virus. So, what do you think? Like the studio and the beat makers, how they also contribute to this, to this modern day music making.
Yeah. It's for me, right?
Anyone can go.
Yeah. I mean, what the producers and the beat makers and musicians can produce, can contribute towards this modern day music, is just to make sure they have like the best standard, the best, because everything has update, is everything is updating right now. Music is updating, and the type of beats, the types of drums, everything is updating. So you have to update and elevate. You understand, and take
Hmm.
that to the level that we that the music industry is in right now. That
Hmm.
is gonna also, that's gonna help a lot. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Yeah.
Hmm. So ML, what is your view about that? Because a lot of people can just go into the studio, make a full album without even playing an instrument, and then their music can sold everywhere in the world. Like we just give an example. I don't want to be critical here, but I don't want to mention names, but sometimes it's important. Like the way Jisul is making music, he is going to the studio just with a beat, and then he's one can say he is one of the crowd pulling artists in the Gambia at the moment without a band.
Yeah, that's definitely is a fact that one cannot deny. It doesn't change the fact that you still cannot compare yourself with other artists outside there who are who can play instruments on stage and perform. Of course,
Exactly.
Madlumachi is more Boba, we
Mm-hmm.
still have a lot to do. You can be big in Gambia, I mean, but it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I notice in Gambia, more like then they tell us who, Gambia made up they tell Nagu. I mean, when you are big in Gambia, it doesn't mean you are big outside.
Mm-hmm.
We if if you are big, I think we should be able, I mean, people should be able to celebrate you outside Gambia too. Do Gambia Senegal, like, because when we are talking of Gambia, we are talking of Senegal. Why I'm not your like it's a fact that we cannot deny.
Mm-hmm.
Suñ génnee
Exactly.
Gambia doo leen déggaat.
Exactly.
But ñoo nekk di feesal suñu stars yeeg and mooy loolu. But
Okay.
man duma dee judge an artist based on um sub followers or whatsoever. I need to see you perform on stage, then I can say, oh, he is good or she is good. But
Yeah.
I'm like without that instrument, that musical understanding, it's not like going to just like beating a thousand mic. Anybody can do that. We've seen artists in Ghana, like that they don't have a clue of how to make music. Do go into studio make hits. But enough is jamono bini. It's very, very, we all know how it goes. It's very, very easy.
So,
But
come like, if I can understand, are you trying to say that for you to be a long-term musician or an artist, you need to be able to have that ability to play with a band, or even your sister Boba musician with Prungamunaneka, an instrumental player as well?
for now, you are not, for my own opinion, you are not a complete musician if they can play better instrument.
So Mahop, Fogna, sa microphone be yanko mute. Mahop, your microphone is muted. Yeah, we are not
Boy,
hearing.
man, I try to record it.
Okay.
I try to do that. So, pull my ball as a affair, yeah.
No, Mahawk, you've been in the industry for like more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Lolu no nyiko Gambian artists nyiko achieve. In such jamono tay ñi nga xamne they are still active in the music industry baretu.
Yeah.
So no, like gis nañ fi tamit ñoo xamne like tal nañ fay nañ bala ñoo wax 10 years rek fay nañ wala benn hit ñaari hit lañ génn rek déykatu bi loolu bari na si Gambian musicians si loolu la ma ko dee always wax. So it pour man it all goes down to then they jump rek duga into music without understanding what music itself is.
Yeah, Luta ma bring that discussion. Man, I am moderating the program, and then like before, I was advocating for professionalism in the music sector of the Gambia. Why most often than not, what I will hear other people, the other side, monega why bulwore Kalilu, legi jarewut sa prunga nega with a full band pro young living. Why I know for a fact that for you to be exploited in the world music market, at least for ngamuna present dara bo xamne is gonna be genuine, and that genuine presentation includes with professional instrumental players, even such stage designers and you know, the technicians that are going to be behind you. They all have to be professional. Pro yo ngamuna perform and it you know, wow, that artist was top notch. So that is the level I am talking about. But again, we are looking into the Gambia music sector. So dama buga yen system bopa yen mi nga xamne you are stakeholders pour ngeen uproot lolu nono for me to understand why is it in the other way around and not the other way around. Why is it we are not advocating for the standard one that we all need? Yeah,
like okay, Carl, like okay, tomorrow morning to Filolo no, it's like they will like more CDs, more production, and going to my concert is a different thing. Understand? So if you're going to the concert, watch live music, you already have the CD. So if you know that you're gonna go to the concert and listen to what the CD is playing, the same thing that the CD is playing, it's better you stay home. Understand? So when you go to the concert, you want to see live performance, you want to see dancing, you want to see drumming, you want to see, you know what I mean, stage something low happening the flag amazing, like wow, you know, the follow happening the floor because CDB it's a production. So MLB the game explaining that like as an artist, to be a complete artist, you have to know how to perform,
need to be creative.
You understand, and also be a studio artist, because when you're in the studio, like you have some genius producers, they can give you the best vocal, like you can sing like this, and then when they mix your vocals, you're gonna sound like you're the best singer in the world. So you understand? So like if you go out from the studio and go to the real world, to the real life, that's where we're gonna compare like your vocals, like okay, is he gonna use the auto-tune or not? Do you understand? So those are the kind of things like as an artist need to complete. Gotta make sure, like for me, for us, we've been performing with bands for so long. We've been performing semi-live, for so long. You understand? We when I'm on the stage and when I'm in the studio, it's a completely different thing. Do you understand? So it's very important for the artists in the Gambia to start working on that. You understand? Because don't get me wrong, the last time I watched some of the concerts in Gambia, I felt so down. I was like, what the hell is going on? The artists were there just miming, screaming, jumping around because the crowd is there. No. Even though the crowd is there, make sure you perform nice for the crowd.
Yeah.
So, Maho, Lumabuga wa mone kana MLB. Here is the son of the great Usman B.I. To J Live Studio to record his EP, and maybe we can see is like a kind of an extended production, which can also be a pilot project. Call it a pilot project. It's an experiment to introduce your musical career. But
Kal dem nga de.
Yeah, like what Carl was trying to explain is like, just to reiterate what exactly he meant is like, being an artist, you have to also have that time to be able to be performing live for the people, not just doing playbacks. Yeah, I understand, because playback, I don't think that is really working well in the international world. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I understand.
Things are changing.
Yeah, because even if you're doing playback, you have to do some kind of a semi-live or something like that just to back something up, to make sure you're doing something. But it's very important as a musician to work on your live production, which is very, very, very important. So how am I like you're doing the same thing, or you're working on it? It's something that you are working on right now.
Well, that's something that I would love to work on. Come like when I started my musical career not long ago, let's say 2019, officially when I started my musical, exactly when COVID-19 started hitting. So I haven't had that opportunity to perform really. So I've been busy doing my underground works, like doing more of studio works here and there in production. On the same time, Bomuno I use to make sure that I drop something, an album or EP. So for now, one of the things that I had the opportunity to drop an EP so soon, because some will wonder, like, okay, being in the music industry, like starting music officially just 2 years ago, I mean, I'm able to drop an EP. It's just like time boom Marcella, like I cover Gimonyo, so like there was no chance to perform in front of the crowd or have any performance anywhere. So I just use that time to do more of production and of course work on my EP and my album at the same time. So EP be monjeka pere, So which is why I use the same time since we okay, nothing is working here in diaspora. So I feel like okay, I could use that opportunity to go and connect with the people back at home. The same time with them.
Yeah, so Leggy, I just want to make a little bit of judgment here, but even though we are not allowed to judge, but I'm gonna try a little bit. Did I play MLB and as well did I play Mohawk? And people are listening over the world right now. So the kind of music that you people are doing, whether it can be easily interpreted in live performance. So loolu laa bëgg su fekkee ne mun nañoo identify loolu so ma wax ne waaw lu tax yéen def leen loolu noonu yeah, I would expect MLB to do something like that. So maybe I would expect even Mohawk to do something like that.
Of course.
So, well,
I mean, it really depends on the type of music that you do, I mean, when it's really, really like, yeah, go ahead.
Wow. Wow, you get the glow. Are we hearing the music, huh? So if you are joining us right now, this is MLB, Modul Lamin BI, out of Gambia, singing on a, is it Afro hip hop?
Afro hip hop.
Okay.
Baby, I'm the special one. In the club, ladies keep on falling. Baby, you the special one. No river is too big, no. I would cry for you. Whatever I will do for you. I will fight for you. Whatever I will do for you. Baby, tell me what you want now. I'ma give it to you if you want it now.
I want a car and I want good life.
I'll give it to you, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'ma give it to you, baby. I said I'll give it to you, baby. Ooh, I'ma give it to you, baby. Oh, no. They don't wanna see us together. Baby, pulling more in you. You be back on the jealous. Baby, guy, you get my feet.
So, ML, we will take a diagnose of this kind of music. We have a producer, and man mange deglu a little bit of mbala, mange dega sabar, mange dega marimba, bo hamne munge mbalahal. Even though sabar deglu ma buba, why marimba be munge mbalahal. So Maho, what can you make of that music? Which kind of music genre can you represent that?
Well, for me, the genre is more into hip hop and R&B, you know, because it's more like singing, and the kind of beat is more like a trap, latest trap beats. You know, it's just fusion of Afro. That's our traditional instruments, and you know, so some of our identities, you know, but I can just have to fuse it into that category, like it's a genre of hip hop and R&B. Yeah.
Yeah, so the genre of hip hop. But somebody is saying also that the woman in a pop mbala.
Yeah, you can call it pop mbala, because when pop mbala, you cannot call it pop mbala, because pop mbala, when you listen to using those type of mbala, which has less drumming and more into the western style of music, that's what you call pop mbala. I don't know if that makes sense, but when it's like full with mbala, like Chonsek style, like Wally Seck style, that's mbala, that's proper mbala right there. But this one you have to call it actually hip hop and R&B, because it's within that genre anyway. You know what I mean? And just a fusion of, like I said, our own instruments, which is really nice.
Well, myself, I would call it Afro trap. Basically, the original beat that I used to record this song was a trap beat. So when I sent it to my producer, to J Life, I just spoke to him. I told, look, I need something that will bring in our identity in the music. Make it more Africanized, make it more Gambianized. So he also being someone who really, really understood what I was trying to say and what I mean. He just came on with this a very nice piece of it. And I think it really, really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, you can call it that as well, because trap is one of the new genres right now. So,
Yeah.
But like the main genre, like, is hip hop and R&B. So trap is within that genre.
Within that genre.
You understand what I mean? But it's really good, because like from what I heard from my ends, I'm hearing some nice melodies, and nice fusion of marimba, we can definitely tell you that, okay, this is from Gambia, which is very important, where other than that, man, it's something that you can also sell easily internationally because people are already related to trap music. They're already related to hip hop and R&B. So it's something that you're singing nice, and they can vibe something, they can vibe to it. And then again, if you want to transform it into live music, I think it's gonna be really easy to recreate into live music because it's not too many electronic music that's going in and out. That's gonna make it difficult for a musician to really play. Like the drum is running really high, like really fast. The BPM is running really fast, or the hi-hat is running like machine. You know what I mean? But something that the musician can really play. The hi-hat can come nice, and then you can sit on the beat and sing nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think definitely it's something that you can really do like to reproduce as live music. For me, when I'm doing my production, especially rap music, I do rap music, you understand? So when I'm doing rap music, I make sure the musicians can transform the rap music into real life music. Because take a look at a good example of Nas. Nas is a good example, so someone that I look up to really, really much. All his songs, his performances, I watch all his shows, and all of that. He can just perform all the songs into live music. Recently, he did a symphony, a full symphony, and they were playing his songs, and it was like proper, like original. You understand? So it's very important as an artist, to look into that category as well.
Big time, big time.
Yeah. So I think our host right now is kind of having some internet issue right now, or
looks
issue.
like
Yeah. We
looks
can still go ahead and then just talk about what we were talking before.
like I said, I mean, for me personally, I think with the live performance, I can't wait to have that, the live performance somehow soon. When I remember when I went to the Gambia, I've discussed that with J Live himself. I told him, look, I don't know when it's gonna be or how it's gonna be, but if I have to launch anything and make it a show, I'm having a live performance for me. And he also been someone who is very, very, very into live performance. He have his own band. They are called the A Team band, and they are doing it very, very wonders. I mean, I think it's something that Gambia now, like I said, need to introduce when it comes to shows. They need to do more of this
Regarding that, I'm working on something like the 31st of December. I want to do a live stage where everything is gonna be live. It's gonna be a concert festival, but everything is gonna be live. Everybody performing in that show is good to perform live. So it's like kind of like I want to introduce the live music more than just to come on the show, jump on the mic and start jumping around. You know what I mean? Because I think we're tired of that. We want to impress the international people, the international world, that we can do it. We can do live music. Do you understand? So I think someone has to start it, and I'm taking that move, and I've already started my preparations until the 31st of December, and hopefully everything is gonna go well. To do the live show. So it's gonna be happening annually
in Gambia.
Yeah.
Big time, big time.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. I think that would be a very big step for Gambia music, of course. It's something that we are lacking back home, and but of course
I think that's also gonna encourage the musicians as well, because some of the musicians, they really want to play live.
Yeah.
So when you have those kind of shows, the musicians will also be like very, very happy to be interacting with the artists to perform live on show, and also it's gonna also elevate the artists to give you that live performance standard, which is very important when you want to present yourself in the international stage. It's not just like, I have a CD, I want to play in this festival. No, can you play live? Can you play 1 hour full live music? Yeah, so those kind of things, if we work on it really well, I think it's gonna help the Gambian music a lot, and the Gambian music is like I can say it's like an industry that's growing, but it's not an industry, full industry yet. You understand?
Yeah.
Not a full industry yet. So we're hoping to get into to make it like a full industry, because when you talk about full industry, it's about not just the artists, it's the producers, the managers, the DJs, the radio
Yeah.
presenters, all of those all in one package that makes
Yeah.
Gambian music an industry. So recently, like one of the guys that commented, just saying like he said like is an individual growth, whatever. It's an individual, not industrial growth. I think I believe in what he said, because industry involves a lot, involves musicians, like I said, producers, DJs, radio presenters, everybody. So when we have everything working in one circle, I think the industry is gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody is saying that if I can play this song again, I don't know. I think they want to know exactly which kind of song. So yeah, let's hear.
It's chill like music. MLB, yeah. Baby, tell me what you want now. I'ma give it to you if you want it now. Making love through the whole night. Oh, baby, tell me what you need now. I give it to you, baby. Give it to you, baby. Oh, I'ma give it to you, baby. Give it to you, baby. I said I give it to you, baby. I give it to you, baby. Oh, I'ma give it to you, baby. Give it to you, baby.
Kali's just telling us that he's a good singer. He's just giving us his singing skills.
Yeah.
Everybody keep
Mungkin cakap di muka. I think it can be interpreted as well.
Yeah, you can call it that. You can call it trap mala, but you can also call it trap soul. Because it's in that way genre,
I will cry for you. Whatever.
Yeah. So Ken Amunge Wahnene, many producers write music that can be played live, because these producers don't even play instruments themselves. So they are clueless about playing music. Don't you think most of the beats come in? That is what is happening.
I think uncle have a point there, and that's really right. Today in nowadays generation, most of the producers don't play instruments. It's like they are like I mean drag and drop producers. You know what I mean? Just click and drop, and then everything is all right. It's different,
it's
of course.
like, I agree to that, because sometimes you have templates. You use the template and work on the template. Fiddle it here and there. Adjust here and there, and bang, you have a beat.
I think it's one of the reasons why today, especially in the Gambia, you can notify a producer. I mean, based on their beats. Most of the producers today, when I hear their beats, I don't need to know. I will know this is from producer Sangam, because their beats are mostly like similar.
Yeah.
So, but if a producer is very, very creative, your beat can always be different. You can but you can produce. Today, you produce for artist A, and the beat will look nice, and you produce for artist B, the beat will look like almost similar. So that's like, I mean, we are liking this live performance, especially in the studio also, and we need more of that.
Yeah, so I can even relate to that. So you are saying that when the producer is not very creative, it means that the kind of music that they produce, they resemble. Like there
Yeah.
is so many resemblance with regards to the kind of music that they produce. Maho, what do you say to that as a producer?
Yeah, when it comes to like production, producing means it has different categories. You can be a beat maker, or you can be a producer, like without even a composer, or an executive producer. Do you understand? So it different. They have different stages, different categories. So being a producer, like a beat maker, sometimes you don't even need to be a musician,
An instrumentalist.
an
Yeah.
instrumentalist. You understand? It's all about knowing how to compose the beat,
Exactly.
and putting up everything together. Because right now, don't get me wrong, the music that we're listening right now, the latest beats that we're having right now, is quick to make, and it doesn't take much time to do. You understand? Because some of the musicians don't understand those kind of production. But when you take like a real producer with real musicians who knows how to compose, who knows scales and all that stuff, he'll tell you exactly this is the type of music that they do. You understand? So it's kind of different
Okay.
because of the generation and evolution of music. That's why things are kind of changed right now.
I think that is the right word. I think danga wax lolu nonu muset moeneka there is an evolution, and the evolution means changes. It doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want to say this because sumako wahe nono maybe dinako wax nono. I will say it as it is. In the mainstream music right now, you don't need to be like all round instrumental player for you to make it in the music industry. Maho yangi wax lena bo xamne ne producers yi ñom ci sen bopa before they don't call a beat maker as a producer, but right now as I'm speaking to you they are calling a beat maker as a producer, because an executive producer who is investing his money or resources into a musician could be able to employ a beat maker, or could be able to employ a all-round instrumental producer who will be able to put his energy and time and skills into an artist career and blow off that artist. So Lulu Nyunko Jis. Well, Nyunko Jis in so many, even top musicians, they are doing that.
Yeah.
So why looking at important Monica, the music that you are going to produce from the studio, Fognana Gambia have that talent, and Gambia have that opportunity, because we have a lot of instrumental players. We have a lot of multicultural instruments in the Gambia to be able to fuse into our new modern day music and exploit it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
say
very
to that?
true. That's very true, That's
And
very true, because if you take like the modern day beats, and then the musicians, the original musicians, and put them together, I think you can make a big hit. You understand? Because for me personally, I like doing that. I like using electronics and live in my production. You understand? Get a guitar player to come and do the live bass, or even a drummer to do the drum lineup, and then I'll come up with something else, and then to fuse it, because there are certain things. Maybe all artists are different. Some people might like this type of beat, some people might like that other type of beat. So yeah.
Okay, so Emilio, sa take on that?
Wow, come bro Mohawk nung ko waxee rek. I feel like dëgg la nit ku nekk tamit ak sa gis-gis. By tey suñ music industry bi suñ ko bëggee modernize too much into like come the outside, like the diaspora let's say European type of music, bañ faate fuñ jógee. I think that's one of the problems that we are facing today. They more than Gambia, like we have coming we have so many musicians. So let me say the Gambia, like every bar there's a live band performing there and all that. But yet still ñooñu noonu da ngaa gis ne like they are kind of like useless because kenn nekkul di leen use for live performance. Man dem naa Gambia and witness I would say ST's performance was that this last being start be known, and
Wow.
I was expecting I was expecting a live performance. So Bima Deme Fofo, and I with all that
From
crowd,
ST. You are saying from ST.
then with all that crowd, Manyo is a playback. I was okay. I was very proud because of the crowd turnout, big but at some point I was disappointed because because of the lack of the live performance, playback instead of live performance, and I feel like that's something boo xam ne la like dañ war a passé foofu noonu, especially a big artist. ñoom ñoo war a jël that step. I mean nekka loo xam ne ñun as an upcoming artist war a jànga from that. So if they are still doing playbacks, I mean, it will be something very, very difficult. For now, they have to put those musicians there into good use.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was raised in a traditional home, Monica traditional griot home. Maho hamna sidara. I spent like almost 2 decades in Kanuta and between Kanuta Kunda you have Suso Kunda in Latrikunda, Germany. So Damagis Mary Sugai Joge Sisua with their raw voice, Nyom Mamanding Kuyate, Nyom Jalinya Halen Kanute, how they sing with the flow of the kora and also the balafon, Sibiri Kerige. And I can see how pure and natural that is. Why man Lena Lagis, Dinako Wafinite, how Mandahian you will agree to that. I think that Nago, our young artists, we believe that they can make it easily without instrumental players, see, and they can make money, they can pull out the crowds, so they don't care about that standard music. That is the reason why they are not, employing the instrumental players, because we have enough instrumental players. They could be able to back our young artists. Because I can name so many bands. You have the Holy Family Band, you have the Jantabi Band, you have Kebatelo and Friends Band. You also have I don't know,
The A-team.
yeah, the A3 band. You have Tata Dinding and Salam band. You have Sofanyama band that is also coming into the Gambia time to time. You have different bands. Yange Ame, this Sukuta band also. Even Jalba Kuyata's band could be able to groom some young Gambian musicians. Sen music Zanrabi is a little bit close to what Jaliba is doing, and he could be able to produce them, at a level bohamne. They will maybe people will relate our Gambian culture and traditional music out of that. Not saying and blending that with the modern music, because those instrumental players could do that. Why is that not happening? Why are you not utilizing that? If you can
Maybe
speak.
dapat depend tamit si artist bi. Every artist bu nekk rek am na am nga sa aims and sa target. Understand? Maybe artist boobu noonu meetut that mënut ko afford. Do you understand? Nekkul ne every artist ñoo mën a afford pour sustain a band. Band is very expensive. Do you understand? Sometimes they just want to be like, you know what? I cannot maintain it. I cannot keep up with this. So I'll have to go. The only way is to go by myself and do my playbacks and stuff like that. Maybe little more gënal. I'm not yet an artist they are looking more like far away, like international. They're looking into that. Understand? So they really sometimes they depend on artists bi da nga bëgg ak sa management nga bëgg fan nga bëgg reach ak sa music career.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. Uncle Badu mom, Uncle Badu Lowani, that is true. I totally agree with you, Uncle. But like I always say, we have a young machine that is the music sector of the Gambia, and I can call it the creative sector. After independence up to now, so in La Wahena, with all the talents that we have in Africa, particularly in the Gambia. we should be far away from Funyinekanite. So, but still, I think it is necessary for us to encourage the little that we have and see how we could be able to promote that little that we have. That is what we are trying to do here. That is very true.
Because at the end of the day, Gambian music industry is very, very small. Understand what I mean? You perform live band, you get a playback is different because social law, the new genre, the new school, I can say, that type of music, and then the live musicians is a big gap because the new school is like way up, and then the live musician is like this. So don't want to contain like more than 10 bands you have, they are really like performing for live. So, but it's something that gradually
yeah, but hanga maho like with regards to come like the investment that guy mun nañu def lolu non uncle Badou mu ngi wax ne swing artists they are buying big cars, maybe hanga come I don't want to mention because come kenen mu ñew misinterpret ma like what they have is what I'm trying to talk about, but the reality is young ages an artist will just finish a show and then the next minute dafa dem mu jënd moto. So koku nonu you just need a committed
comme like nu ma ko explainer la xam nga artist bu nekk am nga li nga xam ne moom nga aim sa career, understand? Maybe they want to have that, they want to have cars and stuff, you understand? Lord is up to them, understand what I mean? So individual come like the other guy said, individual growth like understand? Yo, so I mean sa own thing, yo, this is what you want to do. Maybe man buguma jënd car or whatever, I want to do this. Man, personally, what I did was I could have bought like many cars and stuff, but what I did, I just built a studio.
Exactly. And you invest in that studio. Yeah.
I invested a lot of money in that studio, buy a lot of equipments, and produce artists making stars. Do you understand? So that's what I did. Man, that's what Lolo is my aim. Lola, that's what I want to do. Some artists don't want to do that.
You went to study as well, and you went to
I went to study and investment. I went to study, went to university to get my degree in sound technology and filmmaking. You understand? So Lolo is something I put it into myself and make sure that something is going to benefit the whole industry.
Exactly.
So some artists are different from the other artists. Some aim high, some aim low. Some aim for cars, some aim for the fame and vanity. Some aim for their career. Maybe that's what they want to do. They are musicians.
But again, like as we are talking about the problems, we should also be able to delve into finding solutions. Mandamo Fognene, it is not also all the way the fault of the musicians, also like the singers. So fekene, most of the promoters that are putting those shows, and they recommend a standard to say that, okay, this kind of a show, we expect to see all the artists that are going to perform to be live band performance. Don't you think?
It's going to be what's going to be a big problem because promoters, they're only for this. They're only for the money. They're only for the money. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to do a show and then I'm like, okay, leg show me. I want to have live band, this live band, that the artist be blah blah blah. At the end of the day, you also show me them would know what they may. Next time go the show can you Lord is gonna be a loss. So all the promoters with their halas in mind, I wanna have a show, a big show, a lot of people get a lot of money. Next time I'm at the show. That's what they think about. They don't think about like okay, we want to do it for the industry. No. Most of them.
So what do you
they don't do that, but they don't really think about, they don't give a damn about the industry.
So what do you think? What do you think about that, ML?
Well, come ko rek lolo fa nek rek man fan I feel like promoters say today they're working for their pocket and not for the industry, because so fekkene like one industry be more than tahajok. First of all, I mean, Linyo Spency outside musicians is too much. Lolo yaga nañ ko wax, war nañ ko waxaat ko, and we will still talk about it. And wow, ñooñu noonu seen pocket moo leen tax a jóg. So for that being the reason, dina métti torop su fekkee ne dañoo ne okay for my suma show bi nii live performance la for bëgg whatsoever. ñoom they don't give a damn. I mean
that's
how
true.
how you perform. ñoom daal na crowd bi ñëw rek ticket si jar rek and everything.
Yeah, but I think that will bring me to the part of the regulations, because yenange wax lo xamne dafa important torop, like with regards to creating a dynamic creative culture, or no, encouraging. Now that should be one aspect bo xamne ne the industry stakeholders see, because if two of you are speaking that way, ne come like ne the promoters will not do that. Should we not be able to classify the kind of promoters that are also in the industry, so that we can set those values to ensure that we encourage a dynamic creative culture in the Gambia?
Well, personally, me, I'm trying to do that,
Okay.
Like on the 31st of December, I want to do a live show, which it's going to be live show. That means it's going to be 100% live show. And I want to encourage the musicians, the Gambian musicians and the Gambian artists to have that that live performance on stage, not just playback all the time. That's something that I'm working on right now. And soon, you're going to see the promotion and stuff like that. And that's going to be happening every year.
Okay.
So
ML, so before you come to Germany, did you have that opportunity maybe to play with a live band, or don't them fenen for having a live band move, let's say Holy Family Band, where Jalimadi was going before Maho Mujisto. Maho was even introducing Jalimadi into live band, even the records, the first album, I think they were all live recorded. So don't def lulu.
I started my musical career when I was in Germany here, but back in the Gambia, I love attending live performance. Doesn't matter where. If Malia Fatal, when I was young, yeah, just to go and stand behind. Then Maria house big see crowd. I will be behind. See, gonna ban will how they enjoy how to play. I mean, I get foofu la si backstage fa la daan taxaw
ma nekkuloo no côté xaalis bi yow fa naa lu nga doon toppare.
Yeah, it can be.
I mean, I wish te ba léegi, I always say come this connection between my work brother Mohawk, man, I wish my first major performance in the Gambia would be live performance. Loolu waxtaan naa ko suma producer bi, I'm like, okay, yara def moom itamit mu ngi amee band. So I'm like, so my of suma show it's gonna be 100% live performance. So that's it, because I feel like ni ma nekkee di gis music bi léegi in the world, this is the direction that the outside world is going, the live performance. I mean, playback, people are leaving that behind. So if I want to show my talent, this is the direction I have to take.
Yeah. So ñu bari wax nañ seen views. I don't know whether you guys were getting those messages. Jël bit di nokos rek, the melodies mun na ne si noppa, but live dafa neka lenen. So yeah, loolu foog naa daal ñu bari ñu ngi fi executive producers kii ni Uncle Badu mu ne an executive producer has nothing to do with music. Is somebody is someone who logically organizes the production. But when you read some of the articles now, they are telling you that some of even the executive producers, they have some knowledge in music. They direct.
Yeah, of course.
Direction, yeah. Then they direct. Then they direct. You want to come like na ñun lii lañ bugga exactly.
Yeah.
Now I can just give you an example. When Buju Bantan came from prison, he had no idea how the music industry was floating. So what happened there was this big time producer called interest promo produce ko. What he did was he had to get this American top producer.
Yeah, Kalilu.
They were in Jamaica. Pour ñu muna build a kind of a music for Buju Bantang, and that is I'm Blessed. So that album I'm Blessed, Nonu La fa ñëwee. So the executive producer has an idea of exactly what he wants. Lolu tamit daf dey happen. So and then musically also, it doesn't necessarily mean all of them are not musically gifted. Majority of them, they also know music.
Yeah.
So that depend. Before, like the indie labels in America before, Luta guy ñu don a lot of royalty money, see, because lu guy def more than indie labels, see, they work closely with executive producers, see, and they work closely also with the artists. So, and then executive producers, they are the owners of the radio stations, TV stations, one in America. So what they do is the artists they were signing, they were putting those artists on the playlist. So then at the end of the day, the investment they do in the music production, it is going to the TV stations, and it's paying back their artists for royalties, including Yom Sisem Bopa they invest in that music. So we have a typical example of that in the Gambia, why we could harness it. Like Mohawk, Mungi Ame Block Entertainment, he's into music, that's a sign-on artist. So I'm a one radio station, and the copyright law is full enforced in the Gambia.
It's coming. The radio is coming. Don't worry.
Okay. Haruna Driver. Mungdon lige ag dramatisi, mungdon produce. So something like that. So there could be that kind of a collaboration whereby they could get airplay. The royalties is coming back to them, and then it's floating again to make good music while they are making money out of that. So even though Gambia is small, but no dohe in America or in Germany cannot necessarily be like that in the Gambia. So on that little industry, why we are a little bit professional, and then we apply some of these procedures, maybe we can blow off. Huh?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Maybe we can blow off. But Mohawk, so we were going into Kini, so new dega yours is a boba tame. Niti new muna. Uncle Barumune still in line of people for this song. Babu Jalemare, Babu Mahawk. Babu brother, Babu Mahawk. I'm not an uncle from Mujo Fubu, that was a mistake. Right? I just want to make a comparison here. You see, our ethno-cultural instruments, they are very much clear in this instrumental. Right? Dina leen play benen Mohawk boo xam ne boobu noonu dafa utee boobu bu tubaab bi so ngeen déglu
mu ne boobu tubaab bi la.
Mohawk bu tubaab bi.
Wow. Wow. Look at this one from Mohawk.
No more Mr. Nice Guy remix. Let's get fam. Yeah. See, I'm the prettiest of all. Nigga, bring your brick again, I get done for them. See, I ain't nice anymore. The sugar finger better be your point, nigga, don't come. I got the chin to the prettiest. I've been king of my city, if elevating the prettiest. Key rappers and immigrants, up and licking the chameleon. OG log into my million.
Left by yeah, because more than an lima book at Afghan, book at Rekalama Marikalata, Coscojare, Lepatang, Yoma, people Pasatale, enough is enough to get from a fellow of my own plane. I'm taking up in it after the paint on your mother, something in the colonies now, enough is enough.
I'm no more Mr. Nice Guy, my content's getting terrible. I'm a Yakamon Yagamata, my pain is unbearable. I'm so freaking him, you can't stop me. Cause I'm unstoppable. Am I do my toy? People live with happy, know it.
Gum di ma wara mëna gëm mané yokku ma jom nigga kenn du ma rare nigga bul ma fire cause I stay in the top mané dañ ma bañé dama nekk ndaw dem lu ma ni sikket mané romba disket no disrespect suma rap dama for di la faj ni ñoket
Mr. Nice Guy, someone take your kindness and use it as a weakness. No, Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy, someone take your kindness and use it as a weakness. No, Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy, someone take your kindness and use it as a weakness. No, Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy, someone take your kindness and use it as a
Wow, ML yo ya neka George. So just Uncle Baru, thank you so much. That was the question. So say the first song from Mohawk. Actually, to be honest, you know, music bobu no Gambia ni even Tatadini Banam Bijaliba Kiate, you know, 5-star band whatsoever, they can play that music. It's very easy. So second one be what woman and they cannot play it because man says my bobo man feel because I'm shaking my head. That means at least living with Mufa, you know, the vibe is there. I'm vibing with it. So it means that Zombie was good. But we are talking about originality and we are talking about originality. Yeah. So the first one and the second one. So it's difficult because second one be bobu no come more than a manela bobu tubabi la. So for dege you cannot even see Mohawk inside that song. So by the first one be the moment mune caprek from the beginning you can see munga
typical Mohawk
So Mohawk look at the switch. Hana because of the music genre, that is the reason why you had
it's the genre, you know. It's more like the first one is more like traditional, you understand, because concept was this traditional instruments, understand, and compose it in a way dafa easily rap easily, understand, on a beat, like a rap beat, understand, like how can I explain it? Taking the samples of this Jola.
Uncle Barumune, the Bukarabu line be is a loop. Mune is a loop, and then no spectacular Bukarabu solos. What is typical for Jora drumming. So it means that the actual drum be could like the patterns were played by an instrumental player.
Exactly. So like I was trying to explain, was composed in a way where harmony is in common rap easily. Like it's a loop, a sample. The loop sample that's just the drum loop. Do you understand? Then the next thing Lord more and get the bass line attack and then add some of the other stuff. You understand? I when I was doing this production, I had to call on Alaji Lee of
Khalifa. But before you go there, I have a question. luta fewlo won kabakel maybe like ne sen drama bi pour nga isi ko si studio bi pour mu muna interpret lolu nonu live into the song.
Well, the way the song coming up was so quick. You know, sometimes as a producer, you know, when you're in the studio, something can come up in your mind, bang, 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 and then you put it on the computer. Understand? A producer got tap again. Understand? Well, it's not something low plan la. Okay, you know, I'm planning to do this type of song, so I would love to have Uncle Bado on the bass. I would love to have Keva Taylor on this. I would love to have this drummer on that. You understand what I mean? So B is something long. It's like a hip hop. It's a hip hop environment. You understand? Taking beats and samples, putting them together. You understand? Because when I like to work with beats and samples, so you know, take the sample, loop the sample, add some extra stuff, and then that's the time like my mind, you know what? I think that allegedly Holy Family Band can do something on this beat. And then when Allah came, I called on Allah. Allah came. And he was like, yeah, I think that you're like, then I'm saying this flute. You know what I mean? So why not you replicate on the beat? Yeah, why not? Then bang, you lay it down. You replicate on the beat. And then add for some extra claps, like, you know what I mean? We took this Jola. How much Jola living like
living with like the wooden
So we took those wooden stuff, them to studio, we see new sample. I sample it, open the mic up, back, and then until I get what I want, I can tweak it up a little bit. Understand what I mean? I for some things, and then you look on the beat on some areas that I want. Understand? So no, everything come about.
Yeah, but MLB, can you agree with me that that was a kind of a production that was like a lazy production? Because Mohawk had a lazy, I would call it that way, Mohawk's small brother. It was a lazy production. And I think that lazy nature of productions are taking place in the Gambia because already Moho have a better idea of exactly what he wants. So he just need to translate that into life. And then he run away from translating that.
No. You cannot. No. But MLB, okay, lazy. You calling that lazy? Fine enough. You know, you cannot call it lazy. Because it's all about inspiration, it's all about production. You understand? Because this is what your mind tells you, like this is what I want to do. Lila boga si sound. Lila idea bila yeah. So Lego, young in an environment bo hamne Lego, so production suite be like the whole live band inputs. Because when you're talking about live drums, you need to have a proper setup or how many, like you need to have a input. For example, I'm live drums, I'm guitars and all the other stuff. Put them all together. A big production line. So that big production, amuloko. All you have to do is to get another alternative, like more do the sampling and stuff. So that's what I did. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that.
So they go track with the track be is something low hamnani. You can perform it live. Live band because I went to Casamas and performed the same track in Casamas with a Spanish band that came to Gambia. They were doing a tour, and then we do a tour together. I did a tour together with them, Casamas. And then they played the same beat with the band.
Okay.
And it was massive, it was crowd was like going wild and stuff. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'll let you another follow-up question. Knowing to the fact that we have ethnocultural instruments in the Gambia, they are too much. Like you talk about the kora, you talk about the riti, you talk about the kesen somebody is talking about. You talk about even hanga that they living a calabash. Leket. So many things. I don't know how to call it. the griot singers, they also have this leket bohamne denko de sol season lohoy, then it makes a lot of good sound. Have you and other promoters, producers think in a direction whereby you could be able to make your own natural African instrument, like Gambian instrument samples?
Personally, me, I have like so many samples I made. I call on like some of the Riti players. They play Riti. They play Halam. They play ñoo xam ne dañoo jël leket ñu def mbëstan. You know, and mbëstan bi may leen, this is how I want you to do it, like you know what I mean? Something like that. And then they replicate the same thing, and then I sample that, and then I had to add some extra stuff and keep it. So I mean, in my sound bank, I have so many stuff. You have many samples. You have many from drums, drumming. Like the I'm chol, I'm different types of sound like that. So you know, Marlon, I'm a sample len my challenge to my sound bank. So anytime I want to use it, I can just use it. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's something I always work on that.
Yeah, but
even Cora and everything.
What I'm trying to bring here is that most of the samples and the come like the systems, the digital systems that you are using to be able to do those samples, they are created by Western music.
Like the MPC. I have the MPC drum machine. I can sample those. I can sample those drums in the MPC and then hear it exactly like a drum. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it an African music. So Uncle Badu is saying that by sampling those, it doesn't make it an African music. Like, but sampling traditional instruments is only creating a tropical flavor, but doesn't make it an African music. So making it tropical also is another ingredient. And then that ingredient also, because there is some form of technology that has been added to be able to create that makes it unique also as well. So I think that is also some kind of skill. So MLB, now, you said, okay, if you are going to the Gambia, you would love to play with a live band, when your album is done. But are you trying to interpret that in your music, like overall, to ensure that a band will be able to play with you in the studio to record your song and something like that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, so by hell, the kind of music I do, Damade make sure that like it will be easier later if I want to perform it live. It's definitely gonna be easier for me, for the musicians to perform it. I mean, more than smart Western music, sir. I always make sure that at some point you feel the Gambian vibe in it. And so it will be easier for our Gambian musicians, because I will not be able to afford to bring a band from here. I would like everything to be done back at home. So for that being the reason, I make sure that Suma producer with Suldige song, like, it has to, we need to see that Gambian vibe in it. And most of the time, nobody receive. Some people would say I'm not really Gambian. So for that being the reason, nobody because my music, it goes more Gambian, speaking Western music, lessa, but we see that Gambian flavor in it.
Okay. So let us try this song, Levels. And Daddy, what the song title, Daddy, what does it mean?
Level, I mean, is the title of the how to call it, my EP. And it means multi-better level, that like when I listen to myself when I started music in 2019, it's totally different me. I mean, I've developed in so many ways, and of course, I'm still learning to develop more. So I feel like this album, this EP brings me to another level in my musical career. So that's the title of the song, of course.
Okay. So let us listen to that and then see level. Maho, danga buga wax dara.
No, no,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's chill life, man.
Mira bodega.
My level gonna change someday. No one feels good my life, come my level gonna change someday. They want to steal my life. My life is gonna really change. Though they don't like me, but they gonna see the change. Never ladder. I need your words, I'm day and night, me, I'm working for the change. I believe, but the greedy people fight me. Yeah. They claim me, say they love me, but they fight me down. Fight me down. They criticize me down. They got nothing to do but to bring me down. But me never gonna change someday. My level change. Big thing you do, so me never gonna change someday. My level gonna change someday. They want to school my life, but me never gonna change someday. They want to school my life, yeah. I can really do them without you. I can really do my things them without you, yeah. Me I go do them without you. I'm gonna do my things them without you, yeah. Love me, I promise say you love me. Hate me, hateful, I never hate me. Anywhere we go, people see me, then go love me. So me doing things my way, yeah. So no, man, if you do this so low, yeah, so low. I can really do this so low, yeah, so low. Man, if you do this so low, yeah, so low. Yeah, I'm gonna do this so low. Oh yeah, so me never gonna change someday. Yeah, what is good, man? I'm never gonna change someday.
Chopali. Really do move everything. When I am jonge na waay bii rek si sa biir photo ak sa capali mu di cum waay.
Let me do my thing, yeah. I wanna do my thing.
Yeah, be cruise music lah, hamga. Cruise music type lah.
Yeah, so
Be cruise music lah.
Band music.
Mana be cruise music lah, hamga.
Cross music lah, okay.
Wah, cruise music yang sa hamga, yang sa ML, yang sa pena Lamborghini wala sam, hamga lo mi.
Wah, bii nekkul pour oncle yi de ah.
No. Why so come you the club like you have to push up the pitch a little bit. Understand? On a DJ perspective view, you have to push it up a little bit. Understand? Because hamga club like high tempo lah hamga.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so
And then Emily, you hear that? Mohammed, wa prunga yobu ko si club bi, so you have to push it a little bit high tempo.
no, little DJ yako,
DJ I told them, you know. DJ exactly. I'll leave it up to the DJs, you know. I've already done my part.
Exactly. But I think the compositions, this also is done by J Live, huh?
Yeah.
J Live more for beat.
J Live more for beat. Yeah.
Bunna just a little bit of swing traditional flavor with Fofnona, even though it's not 100%, but I don't feel to it. So I think the skills is there. Technique vitamin mufa like guy mungemel amnen technique. So what we need is that collaboration Monica between composers, songwriters, you know, maybe even good time producers, producers in ñom system bopa tamit ñu am that kind of affiliation pour muna produce better productions coming out from the Gambia. What do you think about that?
Yeah, of course. Come ninko wahe, that collaboration mom lañ lack ba legi, you know. I feel like producer be and artist be promoter be dafa wara nekk loo xam ne like suñ liggéeyal suñ wargar la, you know, to work hand in hand to make sure that industry be more them, because one cannot go without the other. I mean, the artist, you can't go without the producer can't go without the artist. I mean, so it's said with the DJs and so on. We need new vocals, see Galbi, you know, and we need to make sure that, you know, Galbi boom sync. But once Roche correct, it makes it difficult for the other. So yeah.
So Maho, your take on that? as one
Well,
of the big time producers. Yeah.
well, I think the collaboration is very important because I think this everything. If you cannot do everything by yourself, you understand? Music dafa nekk loo xam ne nii doo leen mën a def yëpp by yourself. So you need to invite people to come in. You understand? Because everybody got understand. I'm not in there dig. Understand?
Different years. Yeah.
Yeah. So because I made some music, man. I'm the idea about okay, this is how you should be doing the hook or your verse or your whatever that. Understand? Collaboration is very important because sometimes artists they have problem in singing. Sometimes they have problem in lyrics. Sometimes they have problem in composing. And most of the time artists in Gambia then they buga have everything by themselves. Understand? Then they buga compose, then they buga binda lyrics, then they buga have everything. So sometimes they work. So sometimes it's good to invite producers. Understand? New bogus project because at the end of the day, to sound successfully, it's gonna be your song because your name is there. How many understand? So when the sound blows, it's MLB that the people are gonna talk about, not the producer or whatever. Yeah, I understand. So it's very important for you say by help,
Exactly. Lulu, that collaboration is needed, and particularly Mohawk, you being part of the old music scene. Now, I would not say old because of senior work only.
No, yo, so I old, you gotta make us look old, man.
Yeah, exactly. But
but I mean, at the end of the day, we're like the pioneers of the new genre of music. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the pioneers. So Langa Fognene, you people could have done better to the music industry. Lo hamnene, you realize that you could have done that because mandamo fogo nene when you guys were signed by a big label in Europe, and then you were having performances in different festivals. There was an opportunity for you to present yourself with a live band. And just like people like Rebellion Ricola also at the same time to have a band. Like I'm talking about a standard band. Bohamne anytime we can say okay, that is the band that Fugitives is going to play with, or that's the band that Mohawk is going to play with. Yeah.
Well, we don't have a band that's like we call our own band. But anytime we playing in a place, we are backed by a band. You understand?
Okay.
So it's really important. Sometimes some of those bands we don't even know them. What we do is send them our songs. They train the songs, and then when we come back, we just start performing like we know each other like for many years. So most of the time, especially in Sweden, some of the bands that we've been playing with are bands, local bands. So when we're invited to certain places, we just call the band, and then we play with the band. If it's a semi-live, we play semi-live. If it's a club event, there you don't need no band. You understand? You only need your DJ, and your live songs, and then you perform your live songs like that. So, but to maintain a band in Europe as a group, it's really difficult depending on the group's finances and the group's all of that stuff counts, but it's really expensive because
they have what you call walking instrumentals or
Yeah.
musicians, so they don't stay with a regular band.
No, they don't stay with a regular band. So
Yeah.
all like I said, so whenever I'm show, or the band or the band, something they are musicians, they coming from different bands. They come up together and then train the song, and then you come on stage, rehearse, and then you go on stage and perform your songs. So that's what we've been doing.
But Maho, lolu mo neka problem be, and I think we have to diagnose lolu no tamit. Mo neka ne. Maybe a lot of the young artists also want to play with a band, because I have realized during some time, majority of the artists they want to play with live bands. So you play with live bands as so guy watches his stage with, then they want to hey, chap, live band be more ne. Why the problem is when they want to translate this into their music. So band you available in the Gambia also charge them
But
with a caliber money, but they cannot afford it, and they don't have sponsors that come to their aid to give them those monies for them to
yeah,
perform.
that's true.
And promoters it, I mean, then they take us so see they are not also willing, like you guys said here, loud and clear, that promoters it, they just want to get their money or profit whatsoever. Yeah. So guy do they spend that kind of money onto artists' performances. So for now, lulu tamit benn problem la.
Well, loolu tam big problem la loolu bokk na si problems yoo xam ne ni Gambian music bi ñu ngi ko face, you know, comme lu ma waxoon si njëlbeen rek before, like da ngay bugg a perform ak live band, but understand sometimes band bi du la dee favor because maybe you cannot afford it. Understand? But you cannot maintain the band. Understand? Because maintaining a band is very expensive. Because that depends the size of the band. If you have a 5-man band or a 10-man band, you have to be paying them salary every month. You understand? And they have to be practicing with you all the time, all day, every day. Unless you have a band that they are willing to be with you. They're expecting that you'll be traveling, doing all sorts of things. But if you're gonna be based in Gambia, and you also shows you are like maybe you're gonna have 3 times events. See at B, how difficult. But having a band, I'm gonna, for example, a live band with a musician, you have to be playing around the world, like all year around the world. I'm gonna understand. Fully booked. Festival fee every day, like every month or twice every month or once every month. You play by end of the year. I'm gonna understand. Te loolu moo dee gën loolu band bi loolu moo leen dee gënal ñoom ñuy play every day. Waaye su fekkee ne yow ñetti yoon rek nga am show sa events wala ñaari yoon nga am events si at bi wala benn yoon xam nga xoolal most of the Gambian artists benn yoon lañ dee am events si at bi. October, November, December, that's the season. Understand? January most sometimes. Understand? That's it. The new art bed the other way. And I was speaking someone again I'm sure you invite lang ñëw te suñ la invite you just passing through. You cannot come with a band. So you're gonna invite as an artist.
Okay.
How many understand what I mean?
Understand now for
when they invite you as an artist, you just come and then next them stage perform 2 tracks. Wow, you with the fan, blah blah, and then you out. You are not part of like the performing band. How many? It's sinking.
Yeah, it's sinking to me. But dama foog ne loolu moo nekk a problem. Maybe ML, do you have any other thing to say with regards to that?
Well, I think I totally agree with what Mohawk is explaining. It's a very, very complicated issue when it comes to when bringing band together. It takes a lot financially with effort and all that. And in a place like Gambia, for like obviously do you don't know, but you know you have only, let's say, 3 or 4 active months you have that, you know, activities that show sheet and you happen. It's really, really, really difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but don't you think that is the reason why artists are resorting into beat making?
Yeah, of course.
Simple. Yeah.
Yeah, low degala because
because if we talk about touring bands will be like expensive, and at the same time, you know, upkeeping them, you know, together can be like a marathon, and at the same time, you know, the expensive nature of those bands for the young artists to be able to acquire them. So maybe that is the reason why they are going in for beat makers, and then they make their music and then they play it like playback and or semi-live performances.
Well, even those if I can like 4 active months you regularly per show to perform. Doesn't so what sense does it make if I can like you get make those beats and they are not able to perform them live? It doesn't make any su fekkee ne like dañ bëgg a perform live performance okay su fekkee ne am nañ 4 months yoo xam ne like we could use those live bands. Let's put them into use su fekkee ne 2 months la sax let's put them into good use produce leen something loo xam ne like okay live bands yi mun ko mën a perform. You can use the rest of the year. I mean, performing. Su fekkee club nga perform comme mook nga ko waxee yaa ngi perform si club okay that you don't need a live band you just need a DJ and all that you are good. But when it comes to like performing live big events,
Like
let's use
festival, yeah, open
the
mic,
festivals and so
open
on,
mic
open
festival, and
mic and
other
all that.
festivals.
Then
Yeah.
you use swing live bands. See. I mean, then using musicians. Man, this is what I'm always trying to say. And
Okay, but I think that goes to the promoters also, and I think we are challenged by the fact that we don't categorize the levels with regards to young way levels. We don't categorize the levels with regards to the music industry also, because come like Mahobo Hamnene, record na album, them na basic international level. We played in bigger festivals, and now he's a producer, and so. I just like his level could not be compared to another level. Bo hamne kukunono sa music can be agut Guinea-Bissau. So just an example. It's an example. I'm not trying to go on anyone. It's just an example and the hard fact. Yang Yame, for instance, Ifam Bondi Band, they've maintained Uncle Badu Munge Wahne Mune probably. I am probably the only Gambian band leader who ever maintained a live band for decades. So then I just in our archive, something like that should be written. Level bobu no dafa wara neka. Jaleba Kuyate is there. Holy Family, even Holy Family band. We can say for decades, as a family band, they've been together. Back then artists you bury, reggae artists, hip hop artists in the Gambia, Kevatelo and Friends band, they've been there. So the category, no promoters also need to know that, like promoters or event organizers should say, okay, when we are organizing festivals, bands the lewara pour ñu mëna translate music musicians yoo xam ne dañoo play foofu noonu ñu translate seen music bi pour nit yi mëna ko enjoy something like that. Yeah, boom nekk like playback or something. What do you say?
Yeah, lolu mom is very important, xam nga. Bands here, mom, definitely we have to give them big props for doing it, because I don't think that they are doing it because of the money or whatsoever. They're doing it because they love it. You understand? More than you're to this level right now, especially the bands in the Gambia. So all we need to do is just to encourage our artists, our upcoming artists, to put gonna use live bands in it, because
utilize
because it's something low happening. It's gonna help you in your career, especially if you have a contract right now to go and perform in some major festivals, and the major festivals are not, the people coming in those festivals are not coming to see playback. They're coming to see live, so they expect you to play live. So when to play live is gonna be disaster for you, and it's gonna be a disaster for your career. So it's important.
Yeah, so that is true. Because li dañ ko saja because time bi mu ngi ñoo jël. Just now I had quite a lot of artists in this platform. Sumala wahe Mohawk right now, those people are doing great in the international scene. Even though in Gambia you come like the impact of COVID. Sedal Kini, Buba Kuyate, he's based in Poland. Dafa am booking in August up to September. Yanga ame Kini, is it Dembo Jobate? Dembo Jobate also is in Denmark. He is in Denmark. Mom tamit mu ngi amee bookings from September or no August bini all the way around to September mu ngi amee te festival si la de, and he's playing with a band. Am na yeneen performances yi rek only trio, like mom ak 3-member band la ñoo xam ne yeneen instrumental players yi, and they are playing in harmony. So Gambians are doing that. Quite a lot of Gambians ñoo xam ne they are in Europe and even in America, and they are doing things like that. So the family maybe probably when we have that culture of performance and that kind of collaboration between band leaders, actamate, composers, and then the singers, because we tend to have more singers than instrumental players. Why ñeneen den la they want a Gambia instrumental players you for nekk dafa bari de. You just need to transform them. Yeah, you just need to transform them into different bands. But instrumental players, then
man more personally, I would like to have my own band. Hip hop band. Hip hop got happy. How much I mean? It's like just a 4-man, 5-man band. That's it. Yeah. Bass, drum.
I saw that. I saw that. Mad Duff. There is a Senegalese artist, rapper. He was produced by Alliance Francaise. No, at a France production company. Nid Duff. Dafa am living Riti. Munge ame Riti. Munge ame a kind of a kora. Why this Malian type of this kora la strings if na nyarla or 4 something like that. Koko rap music bumo plays live band bobu and he just have like a 6-man band. Drum set with a dundun la. You get a drum set. Why drum set we then could play come like dundun be because
like I'm gonna learn hip hop band boy. Munga ama electronic drums.
Exactly.
The electronic drums, electronic drum parts. Never 4 parts. So parts you don't put a sample with your beats. Understand? So drum will be mamoko tega. Understand? Jola linga buga, bass line, jola linga buga, si bass, guitar, and then keys, whatever. And that's it. So take it, you wanna add extra like instruments like kora, kriti, whatever, just to sample, top it up. Then it's fine. But lots of America, you're good to go. Because man, I perform with many bands, many hip hop bands in the UK and in Sweden as well. So yeah, I know it's really nice.
Even Coffee, the band that is backing her. I think that is the kind of a sample that the drummer is using at some point. Then I just learners are even sometimes when you listen to Coffee on records and then when you to the band energy you can realize it from the energy. Do they make it the same? And it's not only Coffee, it's quite a number of them that we can cite examples, but it's all about practice, rehearsal, willing to learn, and then also willing to take maybe willing to learn from the elders, like the masters, the maestros. So you have to play with them. Maestros, but again, that culture we have to inculcate into our young artists or stakeholders within the industry. We are from the Smiling Coast of the Gambia. We have quite a lot of sounds that is coming from Gambia, so we should be able to utilize that more. Sound you more Gambia. So
yeah, definitely. We have good sounds coming out of the Smiling Coast, and those sounds you have, they are very rich, So we have to use them wisely, One more, I'm trying to do my best, I have a couple of samples I'm keeping it in my sound bank. So because I'm not sometimes producing as a live producer, like but as a sample producer, I can be picking up here and there and just mixing up, you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless I'm doing a full live production. But if I need a kora, I know where to get it. If I need a riti, I know where to get it. I'll give them now. Yeah, but we have definitely I'm rich instruments, very nice, sounds from the Smiling Coast. Yeah.
Exactly. So Uncle Baru, Uncle, don't worry if you want to have a good band, you need a damn good band leader. Yeah. And sometimes Kokunono Davara Muna Nega come like Kevatelo, strict. Strict like Kevatelo. Yeah, Mahop, I think the things are there. So like you said, we just need to utilize them. And ML, yo, Sapapa, don't lal because Sapapa is a guitarist, maestro la. So hanga, yange delve into this Jamaican music. I'm not saying do not want this Jamaican music, but I mean it seems like. But I think you can do good. Anyway, I'm not saying what you are not doing. What you are doing is just beautiful. I like it. And then we will do our best to promote and then to
Mange jangago. Maroko mange jangago.
why you them are Mahawk sa songs then bari so and I don't have the title, so I'm finding it difficult to select what to play because I'm not conventionally a DJ, but I will try my best to see what will happen.
Yeah, that's the intro.
That is just
That's just the intro, yeah.
Okay.
Nah, you don't need it.
This is a public service announcement.
So be real hip hop now.
Yeah, hip hop mix, because I did this song with a Swedish producer and with Alun Kassem. I did this song with Alun. I don't know if you know Alun Kassem from Senegal.
Yeah, you know you got an obligation down there. Work hard every day, never frowning. But you take responsibility on it. Take a look at daddy, for example. Work hard, taking care of the family. See, listen what I'm telling y'all. Get up from the sleeping and the slumber. You today, future leaders of tomorrow. They look Alukase and Mohawk. Get up, walk on Banja. Get up, walk on Banja. From Dhaka, Gambia to Stockholm. Listen, when we talking out of power, so you ain't doubt it. They call me M.O. and I'm about it proud it.
So, Mohawk, just like I think you can translate into most of the productions that you are doing. We can feel that. I'm not kuma wax ne money. What is Gambian music? Manako hey man, I want definition for that. I don't have a definition. Somebody else asked me that. So what is Gambian music? I said no. In the definitions, I think we can all agree to this fact that we have genres. And artist bu nekk yow genre boo xam ne loolu nga feel ne loolu nga war a mun a represent.
Yeah,
that you are comfortable with. No, nekkul sa comfortable. Loo xam ne sa passion bi foofu la nekk lu la dee békloo daal.
Yeah, I call it comfortable at the end of the day because si loolu nga mun a ride on. Understand?
Exactly.
Because one mom I cannot do something loo xam ne mënuma ko. I'm just gonna be rapping. That's what I like to do. Understand? That's my passion. That's what I love doing. So the type of genres come in go ahead. Dafa vary. Understand? Artist bu nekk ki mun naa ñëw into reggae, ki mu ñëw dancehall, but Gambian genre, Gambian music, no, the bow is a tough question, man.
Yeah, so
it's a tough question. So you see that song is a song I did with Alun Kassem from Senegal. And song we called Sweden with a Swedish producer. Yeah, and mix of Wolof and English because we were trying to reach the international audience as well because Alinu Kase was singing in Wolof. So I was like, let me try to translate what he's talking about in English. So lu ñu doon wax mooy affaire gaal gi xam nga ñu dee jël backway ñu dee jël backway. That was long time before time backway bi dooree noonu. Time boobu lañ génnee song bi nii xam nga just to tell the people that xam nga waxambaane dafa nekk koo xam ne góor goo xam ne ki nga mun a xëy sa yaay yow la yaakaar sa papa yow la yaakaar jugal nga xam nga even though xam nga it's tough but you still have to go wake up and work hard, you know what I mean? Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're not trying to encourage people jumping on the boat just to reach Europe or something. We still can make it in the Gambia. You know, we've seen these tragic strategies, you know, happening. You know, so that's what the song is all about. You know,
exactly, a good song Wahambane. And I think like mom like nako automatically flow be actamid message be inside. I love it. Wow, yan nyari yep send songs they looking good. They looking good, and I think come like when we have songs like that, they will be able to educate the people. That is also important, that people can relate to the songs, not even about education, but songs that people can relate to. ML Mahop. Now, one last question. You have your songs. Songs in man balamako amte. I don't have an idea. Come songs in nyunge hell. You know, how do you get your songs on rotation in the Gambia? That for Yomba, or do you think we need to do something better with regards to the way?
I'm songs on a rotation. You know, Gambia, you know these DJs nowadays, you know, they're not like they I don't think that they're just doing research a lot because they would like to have the songs ready made. Sometimes, you know, it's very difficult for the DJs. For example, some I can say some of my songs. Again, I'm on my Gambia, man at the top of DJ, they call and play. That's time they play it, but if I'm not there, then the songs are not gonna be there. They're not gonna play it anymore. So that's why I'm kind of a system boy. I'm gonna run for them. It's not. I don't know.
So your ML, have you gone through that same process?
Wow, Mohawk limo wahni, I will testify to that. It's something lo ham the system would tell more for nekadita right now. And more ne could do research. I would say they are doing research, but they are doing more research on foreign artists.
Yeah.
Because ñom lu ñew bëgg like okay man Gambian artist la okay either my Gambia or man with he. I just have to follow them either by phones or whatsoever. But to my song I need airplay or whatsoever. Or hidden outside they will need the group. You have nakala for them to give you airplay. It's
on a rotation.
Like Mandam experience, you know. Small EPP. I had to spend a lot of money on it for just for airplay. And I think soon industry I mean, we've got to change that. Domuna okay. Wali Seka Sugene is single or let's say Busy Signal Sugene is single. They don't call you know Hamulasa. But you get their songs Sugene the next hour and call you.
Why man I'm not a kind of a tete not a tete, but I'm not a discussion with the promoters association. Guy Lunmo wa mo nekane. Even using in Dakar, so release a album of it. Some of the DJs that when they call Muwalenene album begin and also mu unique guy. Senegalese artists, that's what they do when they have their songs ready. We just send it to them through some of the promoters in the Gambia. They said this Senegalese big artists, then the uni songs pro guy muna play songs, you know.
Yeah, we do that. We do that as well. Because, for example, I'm say EP or whatsoever album project, I'm singles. Or your Lord in the more. I'm going to email all DJs that you know. This is my new single. This is my personally. But then after that, that's it. Maybe they will just play it once, and then
One
that's
time or twice, you will not hear it again. That's the big problem.
You understand? Because Gambia they will ñëpp ñu ñëpp di ci coowoo ñooñu nga bëgg a play.
Yeah.
Like same old.
Understand what I mean? Yeah. Because man does lot of man do body focus too much in Gambia for airplay. Man, I'd rather have my projects new stream on Spotify, Apple, whatever. You understand? Target that people that want to listen to it. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, Gambia radio is you're not gonna even have royalties. Anyway, how much over 20 years, man, you know how many years?
Exactly.
Most of my royalties. The only time
so CEO, it doesn't make any difference.
So why Luma Bugarek more DJ Sitamin? So songs again, then what the category, then what the prioritize, what the play songs. Understand what I mean? So what if Nini Muna Dega, different artists, different types of what I mean? Not just being type of artist, but like all over. Understand what I mean? You know? Yeah, months we're gonna you need my songs. Call me. I'll send you my songs. You know what I mean? So most singles are out there. It's on everywhere, YouTube everywhere. You can download it, convert it, play it in the radio. How what I mean? Yeah, but sometimes like the MLB, what is sometimes you have to be chasing them all the time. They will play it once, twice, and that's it. The moment you are Gambia as a Gambian artist. The moment Gambia, you are no more. Bokatulo
but wow, a lot of
something more is very
complain artists in your diaspora that the moment they leave the Gambia can do they got I just give you an example. Last week there was this piece album Bo Hamnene Rebellion Recaller is part of it. So you have over 10 international artists, including Jamaican artists, other parts of Caribbean. And Rebellion is part of that lineup. And it's not popularized by even some journalists they have had. I don't even want to call them journalists in the media, in the music sector, where I thought it could be picked up by some of those journalists in the music sector promote Lulu, because that is a milestone. This is a Gambian artist called Hamnene. The people who say his album record. The for Def Gambia, Mujoge Fofunono, Munyo outside. Mu neka in mu perform in festivals, like big festivals. Mu play with bands, and he is still grinding. Release release bobu no so ko dege dange hamne wa ki way katla. The same as the Fugitives. They were in the Gambia. They did it there. They made it in the Gambia. From there, they had like contract. They come to Europe, perform in Europe in big festivals. So it doesn't matter. That guy, 10 years ago they were in the Gambia, but at least they should be, on the map. The young generation should know them. They should be there. They should be on the TV, on the radio, all the time. They should have airplay. Sa songsi, who them, belegi, smoko dege, dama de wana wow. Why can't we rap fini boy ki how much time bobo? I don't know you that much. But track bobo is just like an anthem, Uncle Badu Jislo, Uncle Badu Munge was na nyepeto. Wow, nyepeto track bi nyom den ko woyon. Hale yu bari jalema de bunko we akio. Hale hamudu won nene come like na if I'm boni nyoko play one. Why?
Exactly, man. I never knew someone musuma hamne that. Nyepeto was I thought it's something law Janemadi came up with a composite and
Yeah, Janemadi nyomu play go. So if they are having the normal airplays, yo hamne lola guy wara then danga just maybe hale dina muna janga okay, if I'm going to play one original bine, so Jalemadi daf call it in remix, and it's happening in Jamaica. There is a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I saw
Toots and Metals. Ñom start reggae music because ñom in that song Bam Bam Water Bam Bam. That song. It's from them. Originally, it's from them. And then Shaka Limos and Pliers took the song and then did it again. Understand? But secondly, mustn't plus still give shout out or give props to Toots and Metals. Understand?
Exactly.
You know, at least nobody have song from here. Even Busy Signals are definitely the same song.
Yeah,
shout out.
exactly. I want to say that. No, just last month I was making inquiry in a studio here in Germany, and so there was this record someone has to do. I don't need to expose that, but luñma wax moo nekk ne, like since studio time you have the ability to do a cover song. So cover song boobu noonu yow yaay wax artist boo xam ne track am bi ko loolu nga bëgg a play waaye da ngaa gis na ñoom ñooy def the connection pour ñu mun a inform artist boobu noonu. You will do a cover of his songs, so da ngaa gis na the copyright will belong to both of you, like because of yow yaa nge woy whatsoever lyrics it goes to him. Why music be cover be ñoom ñoo ko def studio bi si boppam, because they have composers who do that. So they were trying to ask su fekkee ne apart from your music boo xam ne yow si sa boppa yow yaa binda yooyu noonu, they also have a cover song boo xam ne you can do that also. So when I was talking to them, no, we don't need a cover song. So xam naa ne that is a process. Léegi ni loolu du problem in the music world. You can do a cover of a song, boromam bi nga jox ko credit, you know, moom mu am si dara yow tamit nga am si dara. So it's just about working in partnership, you know, networking. We should be able to strengthen and enhance networking and partnership in the sector, and in that way we can move forward. But before I close, Malen send projects, upcoming projects. So I would like you in your last words, you know, send upcoming projects, and you think some of the things that we need to do together as Gambians in the sector, you know, you know, to continue to you know, make it better, you know, for the musicians and people like you. Yeah. What you all expecting, you know, send projects, upcoming projects.
Well, yeah, man, some upcoming project is I'm working on I will be working on my 2022 album, the third album. That's gonna be maybe around April that release, inshallah. But I wanna go to Gambia but talk for my chill, not definitely. You know why I have to prepare myself. You know, Lolmo is one of the plans, and also everything is gonna be on my website as well, mohawk.khalifa.com. So some events here, all the projects I'm doing is gonna be right there. Yeah, and also on the 31st of December, I'm planning to do a show. Like I did it before, but because of COVID, more time you stop on for the last 2 years. So we're gonna do it again this 31st of December. It's a rave concert. Got Senegambia football field. So, but we wanna introduce live music. We wanna make sure the live band is gonna be playing throughout the night. All the artists that we're gonna invite, need live band on your play. So because we're gonna encourage the live band performance, but also encourage festival goers, festival pour enjoy live music. Understand what I mean? On a New Year's Day, enjoy live music, but fireworks and all that. So it's a project that I'm working on.
So that will be 31st December.
31st, yeah, 31st
to the new year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So in 2022, we'll, in April, you want to launch an album, your third album. So very good. Very good. So and your take with regards to the music sector, see walum government be, see walum players, see, you know, stakeholders, see. What do you think we should enhance and strengthen? Yeah,
I think the both and chapter la.
Wow. No, just in two words.
Yeah, I mean the government should really do something, because the entertainment more industry revenue in the country is too much. I think the government they want to invest a lot in the entertainment industry. The law is something long we yaga nañ diko joy, understand. entertainment investing doesn't mean okay danga just dimbale an artist or something like that. We need structures, you understand. We need, like, for example, you need venue yoo xam ne nii government bi ñoo ko bill like nga ne comme for example nga ne Daniel Sorano wala nga ne National Theatre yoo xam ne a big place boo xam ne xam nga any artist mën na fa perform the size of a stadium xam nga lu ma mean boo xam ne nii di nga mën a am fa big performances there, live concerts xam nga yooyu yëpp we need that. Understand? Loolu dafa develop this industry because so for artist bi play beneen upcoming artist mën na faa gis loolu noonu get inspired moom tam mu bugg a fa play xam nga moom tam mu work on something noonu la things day demee. Yeah, understand. So loolu noonu yëpp dafa important ba pare in also invest into our music production. Yeah, I understand. You know, like help the music producers, you know, the musicians, understand.
Yeah.
Pour ñoom tam ñu mun a gën a def music ba pare tam dimbala ñu si in things like pension scheme boo xam ne ni, for example, like musicians di nga dem ba mënatuloo def music, understand.
Waaw boobu noonu I will challenge the artistic associations.
Yeah,
ak seen CSG bi soo leen amee seen waaw da ngeen war a mun a def loolu noonu through those bodies. But it's important that loo wax ne like maybe having a kind of a revolving fund or a kind of a music development fund, the government can create that through the National Center for Arts and Culture, and artists and producers could have access if they
and
want
also man dama bëggoon also tamit government bi tamit ñu am a dedicated sector boo xam ne ni is just dedicated for the industry, like a ministry boo xam ne ni is just dedicated for the music industry, entertainment industry.
The
creative sector. No, has nothing to do with artifacts or nothing to do with tourism. You know what I mean? Like we need to have a budget boo xam ne government ñoo ko génne def dugal ko si the creative sector.
Yeah, for us to do that, comme loo wax rek foog ñu mun a xayma tamit ñun tamit that kind of contribution that we are doing to the GDP. Because ma jox la example yow Mohawk nga def as an event organizer nga tega event at the National Stadium, and then event boobu noonu you pay Lamin Jai music store, and then you pay Paradise FM, you pay West Coast Radio and Africa Radio, Q City, and then you make your banners and flyers, and you have like a promotion agency, promotion, and then you paid Gambian musicians, and then you go and do your event in the stadium, and then I spend, let's say for instance 500,000, and then you have 1.5 million Gambian dollars. Out of that 1.5 million, it goes to you, because you get a profit of 1 million because you spent 500,000 before the program. So Halis Bobunono, that's a profit way. How much is going to the coffers of the country? Indicator Bobunono Nekutfa. Interview na NCSE, they did not set that indicator. So the family na swing culture way, swing living be sector way, mungemel nene levels yu fa neka pour ñun ñu mëna xayma, ñu mëna wax ne wa this is what the creative sector is contributing to the coffers of the Gambia. Lolu tamit benen problem la. So the government is putting into the health sector, agricultural sector, and other sectors, because sectors, they put their money, but at the same time, those sectors are also giving money back. So that is why they audit them, they account them, and they hold them responsible. So in sector vitamin, when a promoter have to promoter multiple registrations like I did, they registered at NCAC, they registered at Justice Ministry as a business company whatsoever, but they are not paying the GRA tax. They are not paying that. Categorically, it is from the cultural sector. So we all should fight that through. We start to pay these taxes and it goes to the government coffer. And then we can claim from the government, oh, you know what? In 2022, we were able to give you, let's say 30 million. So out of that 30 million, we want you to just give us 5 million and we will redouble that 5 million. So that is how it's supposed to be. But anyway, human knowledge is not that much wide in that area. But I think we could discuss with the
Yeah,
economics.
like I said, Bob
Like,
Benen chapter la bo hamne ni it's another chapter bo hamne we can talk about it like a whole show. So I think to put it into a nutshell is like everything has to be in a structure. How am I understand what I mean? Then you want
So Uncle Badu is trying to say that Uncle Badu munge wan fedwena. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Before there used to be heavy taxes on ticket sales of shows. Why is that scrapped? So Lee nekud yo hanga maho Lee nekud happen. Nekud happen at the moment in our industry. So Lee mo neka problem there. And even in Europe, it is happening. Though them take a so and at the end of the day you go with everything, so that they depend. Even artists and performance royalties yoo xam ne dafa war a nekk foofu noonu yaa ngi gis na sax su ma buggee wax loolu noonu maa ngi dem si copyright bi because of synchronization fee bi radio stations yi and adverts yi yoo xam ne they are bringing
exactly
hundreds of
what I'm
thousands.
this is
They are
another chapter
using, yeah,
more.
they are using the song of the artist and there is nothing that is coming. So payments yooyu noonu yëpp dañu war a am value added tax, a VAT. Dafa mel ni comme fii nii rek yow you are in UK, you go and buy a milk. Waaye milk boobu noonu soo ko buyee soo ko jëndee from the supermarket. So seetee sa receipt boobu noonu, the payment that you made, there is a value added tax boo xam ne mu ngee dem to the government. So that is the same. It has to be with the payments and the monies that we are acquiring from the industry. Duñ war a mun a nekk foofu noonu rek comme Assis Wilane num ko dee waxee réew mi Gambia ñëw leen si Independence Stadium lii Gambia la nen booloo nen but at the end of the day what are you contributing to the government? And still you want the government to give you money. But anyway, Lolo, this is my area why we will discuss about that. Dinala is if you and then we will continue that topic. What are some of your projects that you want to do? Yeah, what are some of the projects that you want to do?
Wow, basically, man, I'm working on my album. Of course, Maneta Mange target 2022, inshallah. Yeah, to make sure that I drop my debut album. And
Bugana contribute to album bubunat,
Okay. Your dinala link privately, inshallah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I love to collaborate with other artists, especially some artists like you've been in the scene for too long. Man, being a baby artist, still trying to catch up a little bit, want to be big like Mohawk and the others. So of course we have a lot to do, like to collaborate. Mohawk another link, inshallah, then I work on all. And the album, I would love to launch everything back at home.
Okay. Thank you so much. So the buga come swing last living be ñu jéxal ko ak music because fancy then they like Lulunon. And I would like to thank both of you for joining us tonight on the Showbiz in Focus. Anila for the deme, we don't just go directly into the artists like trying to know, Fanaga Judo or Kanga start music and so vital, because we think that there are so many issues that we need to talk about. And then sharing ideas, knowledge, and experiences, we could be able to at least have ideas come like Lanle Waradef and Lanle Waradef. And we are not perfect also. Amna yenani yo hamne den kodewa. We just try to say it as it is because we are finding solutions. And in finding solutions, sometimes you have to be critical, and sometimes also you have to accommodate different views and opinions from people. And that is the reason why we started this conversation in the creative sector of the Gambia. So I would like to thank you once again for coming. And I also want to say thank you so much to all those listeners and viewers of the Gambia Talents TV tonight. you always make us happy because we have a family that we are talking to, and then people are watching at the same time contributing their quota to the discussions. So we appreciate that also. Until you come our way next week, Saturday, I am your host, Kalilu Banja, and with these two great gentlemen all the way from the Gambia, Mohawk the Rap Khalifa, and also MLB. I will never forget that MLBI, the son of Usman BI of the then Ifam Bondi. They were the two who were joining me tonight. So until you come our way next week, I just play this last music from Mohawk the Rap Khalifa, and then we close this.
Thank you very
so
much.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Khalifa.
Speak my mind. Yeah, you just sold out studios. Yo, vibes, I see you.
So this one is with the Quran.
Yeah. The Kora was done by Ali Mike Suso. The Kora was done by Ali Mike Suso. And the production was done by Joe Ben Bahum, Joe guy in Sweden. Yeah.
ML topal sa way de mu ngi amé bagage yi de bagage yi mu ko la sé mo jëgé fi rek ma ko link da ba garaw de
mo jëgé fi rek ma ko link
yeah I think you should do that. Yeah, mu ngi amé bagage yi way mu ngi
no mu ngi laxu
yeah mu ngi laxu yeah I like the chorus flow inside. Yeah, the swing hip hop music. Yeah. Well, I want to say good evening, my brother. My brother is watching all the way in the US. Musa Banja. Thank you so much, brother, for the encouragement. And my friends in Poland, my friends in the Gambia, Uncle Badu, we want to say thank you so much. And Billy Juke also, good night to you, brother, for your contributions. Magnificent Joe, we want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. And a lot of people, Mark Adams, thank you so much for joining the program tonight. And Pamudu Jai, we want to say thank you so much. Hey, Joe Coca, Joseph Jaya, thank you so much, my brother. And all the people who join us tonight. Mustafa Kamara, Mustafa, thank you so much. And I'm going to get you very soon on this program. He's also a Gambian artist based in the US. Mustafa, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And Sirif Dafa, thank you all. So, my brothers, thank you so much. Good night to you all. Have a pleasant evening. And yeah, God bless you all. And thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.